Schools are typically constructed through a multifaceted process that involves careful planning, design, and implementation. This process begins with identifying the need for a new school based on factors such as population growth, demographic shifts, and educational priorities. Once the need is established, stakeholders collaborate to determine the location, size, and specifications of the school, considering factors such as proximity to the community, accessibility, and available resources. Architects and engineers then develop detailed plans and blueprints for the school's layout, facilities, and infrastructure. Construction follows, involving various tradespeople, contractors, and suppliers to erect the physical structures, install utilities, and outfit classrooms and other spaces with necessary equipment and furnishing. Today we're diving into the intriguing topic of the most expensive high school in America. Have you ever wondered what it's like to attend a school where the tuition costs more than a luxury car? Stick around as we explore some jaw-dropping facts about these prestigious institutions. Loomis Chaffee School. The Loomis Chaffee School is an independent, coeducational, college preparatory school for boarding and day students in grades 9 to 12, including postgraduate students located in Windsor, Connecticut, 7 miles north of Hartford. The yearly tuition cost for enrollment in the academic program amounts to a substantial $52,100. 70% of Loomis Chaffee's 726 students reside on the school's 300-acre campus and represent 44 foreign countries and 31 U.S. states. 71% of Loomis Chaffee's student body are boarding students and 29% are day students. The school was chartered in 1874 as the Loomis Institute by 5 Loomis siblings. The original 1,640 Loomis homestead was chosen as the site for the school, which opened in 1914. The 40-year gap between chartering and the opening of the school was due to the estate of the Loomis siblings being reserved for the siblings' retirement. In 1910, John Mason Loomis's widow left over $1.1 million as an endowment to the Loomis Institute for charitable purposes. This donation allowed the school to remain tuition-free for its first 4 decades. In addition to being tuition-free, the Loomis Institute was distinguished from other New England preparatory schools by its lack of religious affiliation, offering a vocational education alongside college preparatory courses and admission of both boys and girls. The Loomis Institute ended coeducation in 1926 when the Chaffee School was incorporated to educate girls on an adjacent campus. In 1970, the boys and girls schools merged to form the Loomis Chaffee School. Since then, the school has expanded as its endowment, financial aid budget, faculty, and campus increased in size. Loomis had an acceptance rate of 17% for the 2022 to 2023 school year. St. Albans School is an independent college preparatory day and boarding school for boys in grades 4 to 12. Located in Washington, D.C., the school is named after St. Alban, traditionally regarded as the first British martyr within the St. Albans community. The annual tuition fee stands at $52,576, excluding additional expenses. The school enrolls approximately 590 day students in grades 4 to 12 and 30 additional boarding students in grades 9 to 12. It is affiliated with the National Cathedral School and the co-ed Beauvoir, the National Cathedral Elementary School, all of which are located on the grounds of the Washington National Cathedral. All the affiliated schools named are members of the Protestant Episcopal Cathedral Foundation. The school was founded in 1909 with $307.2 million in 2015 in funding bequeathed by Harriet Lane Johnston, niece of President James Buchanan. Initially, it was a school for boy choristers to the Washington National Cathedral, a program that the school continues today. The school opened its new upper school building, Marriott Hall, in 2009 to 2010. The firm Skidmore, Owings, and Merrill designed the building, which received considerable media attention. Concord Academy. Tuition and fees for the 2023 to 2024 academic year are $74,690 for boarding students and $59,820 for day students. Concord Academy was founded in 1919 by local residents Anne Bixby Chamberlain, a Wellesley College graduate, and Mrs. In 1922, Chamberlain and Smith transferred control over the fledgling school to a board of trustees who reorganized Concord Academy as a nonprofit corporation. The reconfigured Concord Academy's aims were explicitly college preparatory, which was unusual for a girls' school at the time, and the administration warned that pupils with definitely low scholastic aptitude ought to be in a different type of school. The trustees hired Elsie Garland Hobson, a 1916 Ph.D., graduate of the University of Chicago, as the first permanent headmistress. To raise money, the trustees added a small boarding department, which charged the then astronomical sum of $1,500 a year. For comparison, in 1922, the University of Pennsylvania charged $675 for tuition, room, and board, and even the pricier all-boys boarding schools charged around $1,200. Even so, for most of Concord Academy's early history, day students significantly outnumbered boarders. The school's financial situation remained tenuous even after the Great Depression, and in the 1949 to 1950 school year, the school recorded the largest financial loss in its history. The school reached national stature under heads of school Elizabeth Blodgett Hall, 1949 to 1963, and David Alloy in 1963 to 1971. Concord Academy's expansion during this period was fueled almost exclusively by tuition money and project-specific donations. When Hall stepped down in 1963, the financial endowment stood at just $112,000. The endowment would not reach $1 million until 1981 to finance her aspirations for Concord Academy. Hall aggressively courted wealthy, high-achieving boarding students from across the globe. Enrollment reached 200 by 1954, but was outpaced by applications for the boarding program, which received 4 applications for every opening by the early 1960s and comprised 58% of the school by 1966. To accommodate more boarders, Concord Academy discontinued its lower grades, which admitted only day students, in 1961. The Taft School. The school was founded in 1890 by Horace Dutton Taft, the brother of United States President William Howard Taft. He was inspired by his friend Sherman Day Thacker, the founder of California's Thacker School, to start his own boarding school. Along with Lawrenceville, Groton, Milton, and its athletic rival Hotchkiss, Taft was one of the first New England schools founded during the great boom in boarding schools at the turn of the 20th century. In the school's first generation, around half of the student body came from Connecticut and New York. However, Horace Taft came from a famous Ohio political family, and the school developed a reputation for preparing children of the Midwestern gentry for Yale's entrance examinations. The school's tuition structure reveals that boarding students will pay $72,000 for the 2023 to 2024 academic year, while day students' fees are set at $53,500. The school's financial endowment, which stood at $299.6 million as of June 30, 2023, supports a financial aid program that allows 55% of Taft students to come from public schools. The school commits to meet 100% of an admitted student's demonstrated financial need. According to its financial aid methodology, in the 2023 to 2024 school year, 35% of the student body was on financial aid, which covered on average $58,250 for boarders, 81% of tuition, and $34,250. 64% of tuition for day students. In 2023, the school enrolled 55 United States citizen students with family incomes under $100,000, 40 of whom were on full scholarships. For American students with family incomes in the $100,000 to $200,000 range, the average family contribution was $9,200. In 2015, Business Insider ranked Taft the 14th most elite boarding school in the United States based on a formula that equally weighted financial endowment, average SAT scores, and acceptance rate. Phillips Academy, Andover. Founded in 1778, Phillips Academy, better known as Andover, is an independent, coeducational secondary boarding school with an expansive worldview and a legacy of academic excellence, a place of limitless opportunities. The school's needs-blind program meets 100% of each student's demonstrated financial need. Students hail from 39 states and 45 countries, with 48% receiving support from a $21.8 million financial aid budget. A $1 billion endowment supports 300 small classes, with 13 students in the average class and a 51 student-to-faculty ratio. Offerings include 8 world languages, 150 electives, and opportunities for independent research. Outside the classroom, there are wide-ranging opportunities in the visual and performing arts, athletics, 67 interscholastic teams in 21 different sports, as well as intramural teams and individual activities, community engagement, and over 125 student-run clubs and organizations. The resources include state-of-the-art technology, 2 museums, and art and language learning centers. Established in 1778, in the 2023 to 2024 school year, Phillips Academy charged boarding students $69,600 and day students $53,950, of which financial aid covers approximately $43,000. As we conclude our exploration into the realm of prestigious high schools, It's evident that excellence in education comes with a price tag. From the historic halls of Phillips Academy to the modern campuses of institutions like Concord Academy, the commitment to academic rigor and holistic development is palpable. While these schools boast staggering tuition fees, they also prioritize accessibility through robust financial aid programs, ensuring that deserving students can access world-class education regardless of their financial backgrounds. As we marvel at the opulence and educational opportunities offered by these elite institutions, let's also acknowledge the importance of equitable access to education for all.